Here are solutions to homework set number 4 for ECE 211 Circuits 1. This homework set looks at Thevenin equivalent, superposition, and op-amps. Now the first problem is Thevenin and Norton equivalent. One way to simplify a circuit, at least some circuits, is to flip between Thevenin and Norton. So the idea is if I have a Thevenin equivalent, like these two resistors, or voltage source and a resistor, that's in a configuration for a Thevenin equivalent, I can convert to the Norton equivalent. When I do that, the resistor stays the same, and the current source becomes 5 volts divided by 100 ohms, or 50 milliamps. So these two can be redrawn as the Norton equivalent as such, in red. Well, now I've got two resistors in parallel. This simplifies to 76 ohms. I now have Norton equivalent. I can convert to a Thevenin equivalent. When I do that, the 76 ohms stays the same, and the Thevenin voltage is I times R. 3.83 volts. So replacing these guys with the Thevenin equivalent gives you 3.83 volts and 76 ohms. Now these two are in series. That simplifies to 176 ohms. There's your Thevenin equivalent. Now convert to a Norton. When I do that, the resistor stays the same, and the current source, the Norton current, becomes voltage divided by resistance, 21 milliamps. So there's your 21 milliamps, 176 ohms. These two combine in parallel and give you 115 ohms. I now have a Norton equivalent. Convert back to Thevenin, and the resistance stays the same. The voltage becomes I times R, 2.49 volts. So here is your Thevenin equivalent. One way to do it. Maybe not the easiest way, but one way. Problem 2 is repeat. Here's another circuit. Simplify by flipping between Thevenin and Nortons. So these two right here, I can treat as a Thevenin equivalent, come up with a Norton equivalent. When I do that, the 20 ohms stays the same, and the current source becomes 100 volts divided by 21 ohms, 5 amps. So that simplifies to 5 amps, 20 ohms. Everything else stays the same. Now these two combined in parallel give you 16.67 ohms. Here's the Norton equivalent, convert to a Thevenin. The resistance stays the same, and the voltage becomes I times R, 83 volts. So redraw that as the Thevenin equivalent, 83 volts, 16 ohms. These two now add in series, gives you 46 ohms. Here's your Thevenin equivalent, translate to a Norton. So the 46 ohms stays the same. The current becomes voltage over resistance, 1.78 amps. So there's my 1.78 amps, 46 ohms. The 3 amps and 1.78 ohms add in parallel, gives you 4.78 amps. Here's your Norton equivalent, convert to a Thevenin. Resistance stays the same. The voltage becomes I times R, 233 volts. These added in series becomes 86 ohms. Take the Norton equivalent. So 86 ohms, and the current becomes 233 over 86, 2.57 amps. So there's your 2.57 amps, 86 ohms. These combine in parallel, give you 60 ohms. That's the Norton equivalent, convert to a Thevenin. I times R is voltage, 155 volts. So poof, there's your answer. Problem 2. Again, kind of a long way about it, but it'll get you there. Problem 3. 3 is, if I look in, what is the Thevenin equivalent? Now, this circuit has the load line. If I have a voltage at the load, let's redraw that. if I were to stick a resistor at the load, what I'm going to get is the load line. So this is the voltage at the load. This is the current to the load. What you're going to get is something like this. When I short this, I get the short circuit current. So here's VL, IL. There's the short circuit current. If I make that open, I get the open circuit voltage. And whatever R is, as I change R, I'm going to go up and down the load line. That's called the load line. If I can find the load line, then any circuit that comes up with the same load line behaves the same. The simplest circuit that does that is the Thevenin or Norton equivalent. So that's kind of the idea. Now, if this circuit, as seen by the output, looks exactly like the Thevenin equivalent, and I'm just going to use Thevenin's because I personally like Thevenin's better. So here's your Thevenin voltage. Here's your Thevenin resistance. So these two circuits are the same. What that means is that any test I do on the top circuit to find V Thevenin and R Thevenin, do the same thing for this circuit, I should get the same answer. Now, one way to do that, to find V Thevenin, find the open circuit voltage. So doing that, I want to find out, leave this open, what is V1? Well, that's a circuits problem. I know that V0 is 5. Doing a current node, or voltage node at V1, I get the current left, V1 minus 5 over 400, plus V1 over 500, plus V1 over 2K, minus 100 IB. And IB is V0 minus V1 over 400. Substituting gives you minus minus or plus V1 minus 5 over 400 equals 0. Solve, I get V1 is 4.951 volts. So that is V Thevenin. Second test. If I were to short this, let's do that in orange, I would measure the short circuit current. From that, I get the y-intercept on the load line, and given V open and I short, I can find our Thevenin by the ratio. So to do the same thing over here, I'm going to short this and find out what is the short circuit current. Well, I know right away V1 equals 0, so I can find IB. IB is 5 minus 0 over 400. This current is IB plus 100 IB. Since this is 0, this current is 0, doesn't matter. This current is 0. So IB, so that short circuit current is IB plus 100 IB, 1.625 amps. So that's the short circuit current. Then our Thevenin is V open over I short, 3.92 ohms. There's a third solution. Back with the Thevenin equivalent, one way to find our Thevenin is to turn off the sources. So if I make this 0 volts, find the resistance looking in, I get our Thevenin. Do the same thing over here. I'm going to turn off the sources. So I'm going to make this 0 volts. Find the resistance looking in. And this current source kind of confuses me. I don't really know what to do. If you're confused, what you can do is apply a test voltage. So let's apply 1 volt right here and calculate what the current is. Then the resistance is voltage over current. So find the current here. So to do that, I is this current, 1 minus 0 over 400, plus this current, 1 over 500, plus this current, 1 over 2K, plus this current, which is 100 times that current. 100 times 1 over 400, that's I. So adding them all together, I get 255 milliamps. The resistance then is 1 volt, produced 255 milliamps. It must be 3.9126 ohms. And notice these are the same. You can calculate the Thevenin resistance either way. It's whichever way is easier. Is it easier to find the short circuit current or the resistance looking in? Net result is there's your Thevenin equivalent, there's our Thevenin, and here's B Thevenin. Problem 4. Here's another circuit. Find the Thevenin equivalent. So once again, I'm going to find the open circuit voltage and then find the resistance. I'll find it two ways, the short circuit current and resistance looking in. On the homework, take your pick. Either one works. Open circuit voltage. Let's do a voltage node. At this point, current left, V1 minus V0 over 400, plus this current, V1 over 500, plus this current, which is 100 times V1 over 500. There's kind of a double negative. Its current down is minus 100 IB. IB is minus V1 over 500, gives you double negative, which is the plus. Plus this current, V1 over 2K equals 0. One equation, one unknown. Solve. V1 is 61 millivolts. So that's the Thevenin equivalent. Second one. Let's find the short circuit current. So to do the short circuit current, what I'll do is I'll short this and find out what the current is. To do that, this current is 5 minus 0 over 400. This is 0, so there's no current here. No current here. This is 100 times 0. So that's basically it. 12.5 milliamps. Our Thevenin is voltage, open circuit voltage, divided by the short circuit current, 4.878 ohms. And there is your Thevenin equivalent. Another way of doing it is find the impedance looking in. So what is this impedance? What I do is I turn off the sources, make that 0 volts. I don't know what it is because that current source is confusing me. So what I will do is I will apply a test voltage of 1 volt and calculate what that current is. Well, that current is 1 volt, 1 minus 0 over 400, plus 1 over 500, plus 100 times 1 over 500, plus 1 over 2K, and that's everything. So there's the current. The current is 205 milliamps. The resistance then is 1 volt, produced 205 milliamps, must be 4.8780 ohms, same as we got before. So on your solutions, pick either way. Problem 5 tries to find what load produces the max power to the load, and how much is that? So to do that, what I'm going to do is draw the Thevenin equivalent, take this circuit out to V2, find the Thevenin equivalent. Now to do that, what I can do is find the Thevenin resistance. So looking in, I'll make that 0. What's the resistance looking in? That's 100 in parallel with 330, in series with 100 in parallel with 330, gives you 115 ohms. So there's the Thevenin equivalent, 115 ohms. So the load that gives you maximum power is when the load matches our Thevenin, 115 ohms. To find the power, find the voltage at V2, the open circuit voltage. That's V Thevenin. So if I do that, I can say, well, some trick we did before, the resistance at this point looking right is 186 ohms. By voltage division, this is 3.2 volts. By voltage division, this is 2.49 volts. So there's V Thevenin, 2.49. So there's the Thevenin equivalent of this circuit looking right. The max power to the load then is for this circuit, how much power goes to the 115 ohms? And I can then calculate that. There's the Thevenin equivalent. If this is 115 ohms, I can say the voltage at the load by symmetry is 1/2 the voltage source, 1.2 volts. Power is V squared over R, 13.56 milliwatts. So that's the best I can do for this circuit. In lab, I can build that circuit. So here's the circuit. I'm going to change the resistor right here. and measure the voltage as I change that resistance. As I go from 10 ohms to 100 ohms, 1K, 10K, 100K, here's the voltage that I got. The current is voltage over resistance. The power is volts times amps. Here's the power I get. And notice the max power is right around 115 ohms. That's when equal to our Thevenin. Problem 7. If I plot that data, this is the voltage across the load. Here's the current of the load. It goes along a straight line. That's the load line. And the midpoint is the max power point. These are the resistors that I used. As you change resistance, they change the current, change the voltage. It goes along a nice straight line. That's your load line. Problem 8 looks at superposition. With superposition, this uses the property of linearity. If you have a linear circuit, then f of a plus b is f of a plus f of b. So suppose I have 9 volts on the left, 5 volts on the right. What's the voltage everywhere? One way to do that is treat that as 2 separate problems. Let's apply 9 volts at the left, find the voltages, and here I'm going to use Circuit Lab. Apply 5 volts on the right, find the voltages. Apply 9 volts and 5 volts, find the voltages. And what you'll notice is that if I add problem 8 to problem 9, I get problem 10. That's superposition. Problem 12 looks at op amps. Suppose I have this circuit, write the node equations. Don't have to solve, just write them. So to do that with op amps, I take the op amp and replace it with this op amp model. So here's 2 op amps. Here's the op amp model. I can now do voltage nodes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nodes. I need 8 equations for 8 unknowns. A couple of these are easy. B5 equals 4. B7 equals 3. B6 is 100,000 times B5 minus B1. B8 is 100,000 times B7 minus B3. I need a couple more equations. So that'd be the node equation B1, current left, current down, current right equals 0. Node equation B2, current left, current right, current down equals 0. Node equation B3, current down, left, current right equals 0. And B4, current left, current up, current down equals 0. So there's the circuit equivalent. Here's your 8 equations. Throw into MATLAB, solve. You could solve it. This is actually what Circuit Lab does. This is not how we solve op-amp circuits. This is way too painful. We need a better tool. That'll be the ideal op-amp model next week's homework. So that is homework set number 4 for ECE 211.